Don't. I don't like it when you stare at me. I can't go when you stare at me. I can't
Okay.
go when you stare at me. So you just want to start out?
Yeah. Just make
Okay.
sure to make eye contact with the camera.
All right. Well, welcome to another episode of EverTalk. This is our second installment, and as always, I'm here with Talthus. I'm King Beren, and we're going to be talking about a couple things. Two, to be precise. We're going to be talking about the roadmap that they just released today. Yes, today.
Actually on Thursday.
Thursday. Just kidding. And then also we're going to be talking about the drills that they were wanting to implement. Without further ado, take it off, Talthus.
So last Thursday they released their roadmap for what's coming, as far as what's going to be added to the game in the next few weeks. We're just going to be talking about Phase 1, which we could expecting as soon as 4 weeks from now. Pretty much an overview from this is they want a better system for forming, groups and having your friends list and stuff like that. They are going to add supportive, cooperative building, which is pretty huge because I've been wanting to build with my friends, but we can't do that right now.
Not yet.
And make the world bigger and also have a better building experience. So that's pretty much the gist of this Phase 1. But they actually include the little specifics that we're going to go over, just the important stuff. So you can go for it.
Or did you want me to start with the better communication?
Yeah.
All right. Well, like I said, better communication. So we're going to have claim ratings, so you can brag and stuff. They're going to introduce probably some social media and chat. We'll be able to chat with more customization tabs. Probably, I don't know about trade. Maybe we'll add some trade chat and stuff like that. Key configurations, so that you can change your mapping. Voice over internet. That's interesting. They might have some in-game sound, like talking to each other. So that'd be nice too. So that you could do that instead of having to type. So go ahead.
The major things in that, the in-game voice is huge. Not everyone has Vent or TeamSpeak, so
They don't want it either.
Yeah, that's good. The chat, it's kind of a given. Yeah, that's pretty much straightforward. This next socialization section, the first thing they have is a group harvesting bonus.
That's gonna be nice.
Yeah, there's going to be an advantage to harvesting resources in a group. I would assume you get more of like a rating for rares and stuff like that. So that's pretty cool. The friends list they add here, which is pretty self-explanatory. We don't have that yet, so that'll be nice to have. Oh yeah, that's it. That's a pretty small section. What do you think of those points?
Socialization is a huge thing. I mean, in any game, really. This isn't just like a by yourself game. You're trying to work with other people. So that, in addition to being able to build with each other, is going to be huge. You can probably have like big scale projects now where one person can work on one thing and then template it, and then while somebody else works on another. That way, instead of spending a couple of hours, you might be spending like 30 minutes each and then putting it together. I think that's a really good idea, of course. So I'm excited to see that.
Yeah, I mean, that's pretty much what this game is supposed to be about, is just building and building with other people. And like you said, you can definitely build a lot more complicated things if you can delegate it to other people. So
especially if you're not as good at building as some people. I'm not the greatest, so yeah, I think that you could give them more complicated tasks to people that are better at it, instead of
definitely
going crazy.
Did you want me just to do this one since the other one was really short?
Moving around the world?
Yeah.
Moving around the world? Okay, go ahead.
All right, moving around the world. They state that they don't want to turn this game into an instant travel game.
Right.
which I totally love because I hate games that kind of get rid of the whole traveling aspect. I think the traveling gives it realism, and I'm happy that they don't want to turn it into an instant travel game.
But I don't like the fact that it could take you half an hour to get somewhere.
True,
That kind
true.
of is
And I
not.
think, well, and I think they kind of realize that they kind of have to put in something to get us to back to our claims,
Hmm.
especially if your claim is really, really far from the hub.
Yeah.
It could take
Like
like
ours.
yeah, like ours. It takes us like a half hour to get back to our claims. So they are putting in the teleport to claim, teleport to hub, and teleport to friend, just making it easier to get to claims or get to your friend's claim. So that makes sense, and yeah, I mean that's a good thing.
I
So
mean, do you think obviously there's probably gonna be a time, there might be a time limit on it, just because they don't want to be instant travel, or else it kind of almost would be. I mean, you wouldn't be able to go to like a specific spot or anything, but you'd be able to be like, oh, go here, travel your friend, then go back, and so on and so forth. So, do you think there's gonna be a time limit on it, like a 5, 10 minute?
like a cooldown,
Yeah.
maybe. Yeah, well, maybe, yeah. I would imagine that's kind of how the whole traveling thing works in MMOs. There's usually a cooldown to where you can't do it all the time. We're just gonna have to wait and see how they plan on doing it. So, if they do have a cooldown, I would understand why. If they didn't, that would be cool too. So I think that's discretionary. Um, I kind of feel like maybe some things should have a cooldown, like maybe getting back to your claim. I mean, maybe they'll all have separate cooldowns. I'm not sure. So we're just gonna have to wait and see what they decide. But for me personally, I think there should be cooldowns just to give it realism.
Yeah. And then there's another section underneath where about better building and more space. Really, I think the more space is going to be pretty cool. They're going to introduce caves, and you'll be able to get bigger claims or attach claims and get additional claims. But they're also going to be adding claim upkeep. So we're going to see how that pans out too.
Yeah, that's actually a good idea. I think because with a lot of these games, people just stop playing, and it's kind of
Mhm.
unfair for them to just keep their claims. So this kind of ensures that people are not wasting space. If people aren't playing and they're not paying their upkeep, then those claims get deleted. So someone who is playing actively
And use
can
it.
yeah, exactly. And attaching claims and getting additional claims is awesome because I think the space right now that we have is pretty small. And I know it's alpha, but I'm really happy that they recognize that we do need more building space.
Yeah,
So
this
that's
with
good.
the addition of of building with other people is going to be awesome because then yeah, you can make huge walls and all this kind of stuff on a grander scale. Um,
Yeah.
Now I did have a question that I was thinking about. What if when they introduce water, what if your claim is underwater? Is that
I don't know. That's a good question. They did say that they're eventually going to be putting in water,
yeah, like
and
what if you're at the bottom of a lake or a river?
yeah, and that
So
stuff
build
falls
on
into
hills, guys. Build on hills.
yeah, that stuff falls into phase two. I know we're going to be getting to that later when we get closer to seeing those phase two changes. These are the changes that are coming out in phase one, so we could probably save that for another day.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know how that's going to work with water. I know
Sure,
that,
they'll address it then. Yeah.
yeah, I know they're going to be putting in life and death penalties and stuff like that. So I don't know if we can go underwater and you have like a breathe bar or something. Yeah, I'm not sure how that's going to work.
But for the big thing, or a big thing as well, the drill. Do you have a picture of that? You have a picture of that?
The drill, yeah, I'll put it up.
No, just show the picture. It's nice. It's a nice picture. Drew it himself. He did.
I printed off
Oh
this
no,
picture myself.
he just did.
That's the drill pictures.
Yeah.
They asked everyone to vote on what they thought was the better graphics. So I don't
Now,
know. What do you think?
You had, to me, they're almost. I mean, they're really all pretty similar. I mean, but I know that you had a specific idea or thought on that.
Well, I was looking at these pictures,
Yeah.
and then I was reading the comments that were attached to this picture on Facebook, and someone's brought this up, and I just thought it was worthy of mentioning that this guy said, "Please don't. This is a fantasy setting. Make it a spell or something. Stuff like this kills immersion." And one person said, "Sorry, but EverQuest Next is fantasy. EQ Next Landmark is whatever you want it to be, pretty much.
Mm-hmm.
But there was 3 other people saying, disagreeing with that person, saying that this is a part of the EverQuest franchise, so it should be something that fits into the EverQuest world. And someone actually suggested in the thread to make the drills look more gnomish, with like clockwork graphics and stuff like that. And I thought that was an awesome idea, because it would fit into the lore of EverQuest, and it would make it look kind of cool. And maybe when we do have race selections and stuff, gnomes could get like a bonus for using it or something like that whenever they use gnomish machinery or something. But I definitely I understand where people are coming from. People are going to want to build what they want, so if some people want to build sci-fi stuff, that's their prerogative. But
Now, my other thing is, like, rather than voting on one, I don't see why they wouldn't have the option of being able to make your own, instead of just having one like template, being able to say, oh, you know what, I like the more fantasy one, so I'm gonna use that one, or I like the sci-fi one, I'm gonna use that one. And then also, since the community fan base is doing a lot of the building and templates and doing whatever they want anyways, I don't see why they didn't have it where like fans would kind of design their own, and then we could vote on that. Time is probably a factor, stuff like that, but I'm sure people out there have really good ideas of what they think would be a really good drill kind of thing.
Absolutely, yeah. They should be asking people to submit ideas.
Well, if you like what we do and like what you see in the background, stuff like that, you want to see more, just go ahead and click subscribe, right? Maybe here, or maybe here, maybe perhaps more in this area, or we'd like to hear feedback. So if you think what we're talking about is actually useful and can be used for other conversations, let us know. And if you have any suggestions of what we should talk about or try to bring up, also let us know about that too. So without anything else, you got anything else, Tal?
No. I mean, I know a lot of people are new to this channel just because we just started this EverQuest Next Landmark EverTalk series. But, we're all about being real players and giving real talk. So if you guys, like King Beren said, if you guys like what we're doing here, subscribe and don't be afraid to comment on these videos, because we do read them, and we're always looking for new insight and for the actual player to get a hold of us and tell us what we're doing and what they would like to see. So
yeah,
it's all about you guys.
Come on in. We would love to have some actual feedback, like communication, dialogue. Yeah.
So
thumbs up.
That was good.